stronger. Speaking of the Trump administration trying to fire people, we're told they've saved about $2 billion just in salary payments by firing over 50,000 civil servants, if we want to call them that. That's according to a new report out by our next guest. The swamp is being drained, and I hope to God there's more to come. Joining us now with more details on how many folks have been fired and how much cash we're saving, he's an investigative journalist with OpenTheBooks.com. For the first time, Jeremy Portnoy on Real America. All right, Jeremy, fill our viewers in because, I mean, last year, there was a lot of firings, a lot of layoffs. There was departments slashed 10, 20, 30%. USAID all but shut down. I know he's trying to hack at the Department of Education. So give me some good news here.
So we have to wait a bit for the numbers for the government to answer our open records request.
Okay.
But we can confirm now that the federal civilian workforce decreased by 54,000 employees last year, which is definitely progress. It's just a start. There's still close to 1.5 million of them left. That's not even including the military or all the contractors the government hires. But we're seeing huge staff cuts at USAID, obviously. Yes. At the Department of Education. So it's definitely trending in the right direction.
It's a start. Here's my whole thing. You know, people are complaining, Trump's not doing this fast enough, or this fast enough, or that fast enough. Jeremy, would you like to remind them how the wheels turn in Washington, D.C.? Very slowly. I've never seen a president in my lifetime actually try to slash tens of thousands of jobs and get the budget down with these employees. We all know it's bloated, but I've never heard anybody do this, left or right.
Exactly. It takes a very long time. And even the process as it's going now, you saw a ton of backlash on that from the right as well. And of course, on the left, to DOGE's work. So it's going to take time. The federal workforce did increase a good amount during Trump's first term, then increased way more under Biden. So even now, there's still more civilian employees than there were just back in 2022. So it's going to take time to undo all that and start getting people out the door and reduce the size of this bureaucracy.
Yeah, I'm going to throw up some headlines quick. Again, the 50,000 federal employees, that's over $2.2 billion in salaries. The Trump administration actually holding federal employees to task, meaning if you're not keeping up, like the ones in the Army, the civilians, you get disciplined, then you get fired. Amen. You already talked about USAID, and I mentioned the Education Department. We saw the biggest decreases in workers there in 2025 in the history of both of those agencies. That's amazing. But here's the rich one. This cracks me up. So Chucky Schumer, a Democrat, just pitched in the Senate. He wants a new federal agency, wants to create a new federal agency to investigate corruption by federal workers and employees. Wait, so... I'm just go, Jeremy. I can't even. You want to hire more people to go find. Anyway, go ahead. It's so stupid.
No, you're totally right. It's like the fox guarding the hen house, right? That's why we have organizations like Open the Books. You need these private outside groups to really go in and investigate what's happening. And that's why it's so important for the government to be transparent with this sort of thing. We know the progress is happening. We still don't have from the government how much in bonuses they're paying to federal employees. That's tens of millions of dollars that's been redacted from us. We've had to threaten a lawsuit against them, so we'll see where that heads. But right now, we're battling to try and get that information.
Yeah. See, folks, even these think tank groups that are out there tracking your money, it doesn't matter that President Trump's in charge. The swamp is so deep, and it's both sides, Republican and Senate, or Republican and Democrats. I want you to think about that. The president's always talking about cutting, and he's ordering people to do it. They slow roll it. They stall it. They shelve it. They stick it in a drawer. They don't do what he says. I mean, you guys want answers, and it takes you forever to get answers.
Right. This was not common. We've been filing the same open records request every year going back to when Obama was president. Usually we get the full federal payroll right away in January without a problem. This time it took until April. We had to tell them we were going to sue them in court for them to finally produce it. And still they redacted almost 400,000 names. Like I mentioned, they haven't given us that bonus data. And this is all information that could just improve public trust in government, right? You hear people trying to discredit DOGE, trying to discredit the work that President Trump is doing. If the information is released publicly, it makes it a lot more reliable. It makes it harder for any critic to say, no, this is a lie. It's not happening. You can just show the numbers. It's very simple.
That's right, because math's not racist and math doesn't lie. Jeremy Portnoy, investigative journalist at openthebooks.com. You guys keep up the great work. We love it when you expose where our money's going. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate the invite.